EP, for those who, executive perspective, we call it EP for shorthand. With CertainPath, it's pretty much a week of just a intense boot camp. What were your thoughts of that week?
So when we started, there was a lot of things that I didn't understand, and then I got to sit with the coaches and kind of talk, and they kind of talked and asked me questions. And they're like, all right, well, you should talk to this person. You should talk to this person and make sure that you're really paying attention in this class. So when it came to some of my weak points, which was finance, sitting in that finance class with Sarah was like life changing, because I could barely open the QuickBooks app versus reading reports, generating reports. So that was a game changer for me.
That's great.
The marketing section and understanding where your margin has to be. So the pricing, the proper pricing model, understanding where your margin has to be so that you're covering your overhead expenses. I would say that was the game changer for me.
Yeah.
Understanding why I was doing so much business. I was effectively losing money every
year. Yeah. So at that point, you guys were losing money, even though you had these solid sales. You were losing money.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's frustrating, especially when you're working that hard. Roofing's not an easy business in any way. All right. So you were eager. You left Dallas. You're like, we're ready to go. Did Matt go with you, or did you go solo?
No, he came with me.
Okay, very good. So what kind of a game plan did you guys leave with, or was it like, I think you just said, we're going to do everything we can as fast as we can?
So after like after day 2 of EP,
yeah, we're
in the hotel, and I have the book in front of me on a table, and I was just like, oh boy. I was like, this is a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I figured it out, man. We got to figure it out. So when we got back from EP, we have a big whiteboard in our office. We wrote everything that we learned versus everything that we're having a problem with.
Oh,
and kind of identify the biggest problems that we had first, and kind of went at it that way.
Yeah.
The biggest problem to us that we thought was hindering our progress.
That's fascinating.
That way.
Well, what do you remember? I mean, you mentioned obviously learning your numbers, right, in books. That was a big problem. But what were some of the other things you went, you know what, we do have an issue here in the business with that?
Trying to price repairs.
Yeah.
Not advertising enough. I thought that I was spending enough in advertising, but I certainly was not. I was not at the recommended spend. So that was a big one. We had to triple what we were advertising and get leads in. Pricing repairs for sure. I mean, we were doing it all wrong without the straightforward price guide. And I don't know what we would do without that thing. We use it every minute.
That's great.
So, and I was always a firm believer, even prior to me even hearing about CertainPath's, I knew for a fact that we had to do repairs. I just always had a gut feeling like you got to do that so that you can at least the other work, and it's a stable market. So I already had that understanding. I just couldn't really, put the pin on like what we were supposed to be doing or how it was supposed to be oriented. So
yeah,
I got my hands on that straightforward price guide. I was like, it was like the Bible. I was like, this is it. I found it.